Hey, soul survivors, I have something extremely cool to show you. It's kind of a mind thing, what our mind does. So when we're talking about the narcissist, I have a slide share, so I'll share that in just a second. But the narcissist, they kind of make up scenarios in their mind. And what it is when they're a child, they kind of form this protective barrier where they're kind of like in a bubble and they can kind of see what's going on, but it's a protective measure. So when we're going in these circular communications with them is they see things a different way. It's in a protective mode where they don't quite see clearly. And they do that to protect themselves. So they do lie, they do make things up, they fabricate things, but it's a distorted reality. They have to hold on to the shared fantasy of what this perfect world is on the other side of the bubble, but it's not reality. So they're focusing on the inside. We're trying to communicate about the problems that are on the outside, and they respond with the problems that are in their shared fantasy. So this is a screen share that I want to show you guys. It's really cool on how our mind will kind of fill in the blanks. So this is extremely important. So what you're going to do is when I share this, you're going to kind of close your eyes about 80% of the way, maybe 90. Sometimes if you have poor eyesight, you can take off your eyeglasses. That might do the trick. This is my understanding of like a soundboard where it's got foam cubes that are colored and it's meant to be Van Gogh's self-portrait. So I will enlarge it for you guys. Okay, there we go. Wait a sec, I'm in the wrong one. Hold on, guys. All right, so you should be able to share, see my screen. I'm going to enlarge it for you guys. And I want you to kind of just kind of squint your eyes about 80%. Take a moment to look at that, see what it looks like to you. And this should go out of the way. I don't know if you guys can see all my controls, but just kind of squint those eyes. And what is happening is our mind, especially if you've seen this video before, your mind will pull from your memory. So it will either be of the actual portrait or kind of like facial structures. You kind of see the outlook, and our minds are like, this kind of looks like a face, and it fills things in. Our mind does that in different things that we see without even really realizing it. Just like when we read, a lot of times you can leave a lot of letters out. If you see the front and the back of the word, you can kind of fill in the blanks, or you can omit a lot of times vowels. And if it's in like a sentence, you can tell what the structure is. Even when, you know how they do LOL or TTYS and OMG, we can start figuring out what this means, even not always, but a lot of times, you know, BRB, I figured that out meant be right back. I didn't even know, but our mind processes things in a unique way. So the narcissists, they have a unique way that it's survival. So this is what comparatively, oh, it's not scrolling down for me. This is what it should comparatively look like. So this is Van Gogh's self-portrait. And if you kind of squint, you can kind of see it. Now remember, this is a different artist, so it's a different interpretation, but it's a pretty cool thing to show what our mind does. So as we are dealing with our narcissist, we can kind of see how, make a little sense of the what is my computer doing of how the mind works and the things that are missing, how we fill in blocks. And I hope that was pretty insightful, pretty interesting. So the narcissist, they have cognitive empathy, but they don't have the true warm empathy. They fill in the blanks, they try to survive. They also try to hold on to that image that they are reluctant to ever let somebody see the vulnerable them, because when they were a child, they felt so vulnerable. They don't ever want to feel that again. And it's sad when we try to give them a safe space to communicate with us, but they're in that bubble. So when we're talking to them, that's not penetrating to their brain. They're already filling in things that we're saying with assumptions or misinterpretations, projections, and it's just a different way of thinking. But unfortunately, this way of thinking is a distorted reality. It is a life of lies, and it gets us really uncomfortable, especially when we know what the facts are. We see it clear as day, and we're kind of told to live in this altered life, and unfortunately it's not even a happy life, that we they're going a little crazy because the two don't line up. And we don't know where we're living anymore. What state of mind are we in? We also don't know what state of mind to come to the narcissist with. We start walking on eggshells. They pick up on that vibration and they attack us because they don't like the vibration, because it's a negative vibration. It reminds them of their childhood. So many triggers, but I thought that was really interesting. If you like that, please hit that like button, comment below, and I'll see you soon.